Let me ask you, who do you think is the biggest violator of human rights in the world today, at least from a perspective of population size?
Easy, China.
China, right? How many resolutions do you think have gone out of the United Nations until today dealing with China? Condemning China?
I would say at least a dozen.
A dozen. So what if I told you that not only have no resolutions been passed against China relating to human rights, China is a permanent member of the United Nations Security Council with veto rights. Not only that, I can give you a long list of other countries who are blatant violators of human rights, who also get no attention from the United Nations. So when people ask me why I'm so upset when they wave in my face anti-Israeli resolutions, even if they came out of the United Nations, I can't respect that. Because if the United Nations isn't going to give treatment to all of these other violators and only going to single out Israel, as far as I'm concerned, it's an illegitimate resolution.
Wait, why are you looking at other countries? If Israel violated human rights, they need to be condemned.
Theoretically, you're right. But if I know that I'm only being condemned because I'm Israel and not because of human rights, then I have a problem. How can I explain this to you? Look, lovely, look. Parking ticket, right? Like a million of these in Tel Aviv.
Yeah.
This guy got a parking ticket for parking apparently illegally. Now I look at the other cars, no tickets, only him. Is that fair?
Yeah.
How so?
He parked illegally,
Okay.
needs to get a ticket.
Let me take it another step forward. What if this guy, give it back to him, gets annoyed that he got a ticket, walks to the next hot dog stand, and he happens to see the guy that gave him the ticket, and he overhears the following conversation. The guy's bragging to a friend of his. He saw a car with a certain license plate that came, it's an Arab car, and he says to his friend, I just gave an Arab a ticket. Ha ha. What then?
Not the moralist.
I see you're hesitating.
Yeah,
Why?
but still, he parked illegally.
Yeah, he parked illegally.
Needs to get a ticket.
And that's okay by you.
He has to get a ticket.
At least we accept that there are problems here.
Yeah.
See, this car, in my opinion, and this Arab, so to speak, who plays a role in our analogy, that's Israel as far as I'm concerned. And from my perspective, I would revoke the ticket even if he parked illegally. And I'll tell you why. Because at the end of the day, if this guy got a ticket, not because he parked illegally, but because of who he is, that's the definition of racism. And racism is a much worse violation than parking illegally. And so when the United Nations decides to ignore China, to ignore Pakistan, Iran, North Korea, Kuwait, Cuba, and many other countries around the world who are grave violators of human rights, and only singles out Israel, to me that's evidence that, like the parking meter, I didn't really get that resolution passed against me because I violate human rights. I got it because I'm Israel. And that's illegitimate.
So what you're saying is that you want them to not give Israel the parking ticket, or you want everybody to get tickets?
Either or. You choose. But if you want to be fair, be equal. No double standard. As far as I'm concerned, I'll go with you. Let them give Israel a ticket if they can prove that Israel violated human rights. But I'd like all the others to get a ticket as well. And I want the fine to represent the severity of the violation. You know why I want that? Because the minute you tie Israel's fate in the international arena with Russia, China, and all the other countries, they will become my biggest defenders because they will not be able to bear the punishment of their violations.
Are you going to pay that?
No, I think I'll let the guy take care of it.